Hi, my name is Halea, and I'm a high school intern here at Newark Youth One Stop Career Center. Summer is around the corner, and for our Newark youth, we have Newark Summer Youth Employment Program for Newark's youth residents between the ages of 14 to 24. The Summer Youth Employment Program, also known as SYEP, offers work experience, teaches valuable employment skills, financial literacy, and provides you with a summer income. SYEP educational activities will enhance your summer experience, allowing you to develop career awareness, understanding of personal money management, and work-related social skills. To be a potential participant in SYEP, it is essential to submit your application and required documentation by April 30th. In this video, we will provide a tutorial on how to complete your application and complete all other requirements to ensure you have an opportunity as an SYEP participant with us this year. For starters, please visit newarkyouthonestop.org/SYEP, then click the online application button.
Learn how to submit your 2022 Newark Summer Youth Employment Program application to ensure you have an opportunity to potentially work this summer. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to go through the application. So currently I am on the newarkyouthonestop.org website, and if I want to apply for the 2022 Summer Youth Employment Program, I'm going to hover over Summer Employment, and I'm going to click SYEP. When I click SYEP, there's a couple buttons that you can click on to start the application process. But before I go there, as you see, the deadline to submit applications is Saturday, April 30th. So you have about a week to complete it. So I'm going to click online application here, and it will take you to this web page. Now, if you're now beginning your 2022 SYEP application, you're going to click Begin Online Application. If you started and saved your application, to go back into it, you want to click View Edit Application. If you submitted the application and you want to check your status to see if you're in lottery, you can click Application Status. Here, I'm going to show you how to begin your application. So I'm going to click Begin Online Application. And the first step here is to create my application is to create a login name and password. Simply, this will allow me to save and return to my application if I need to. So I'm going to now put in my email address. Keep in mind, it should be a Gmail address that you use here. And it should be your email address, not a parent or guardian. It should be the participant that is applying for the Summer Youth Employment Program. Now I'm going to put in my password. And then I'm going to put in my social security number. This is a default, but for you, when you're putting in your social security number, you want to make sure it matches the number on the social security card. Now I'm going to click Create Login. When you click Create Login, it will open up this window. It wants you to verify that this number is correct. If it is incorrect, your application will be considered incomplete and you'll be prohibited from participating in the program. So once you verify that, you want to click Yes if your SSN is correct. Now I'm going to begin the application. You want to make sure that you answer everything that is in a red star. So for example, you see red stars on social security number, which has already been filled, last name, first name, birth date, gender, and a couple questions down here that are required for you to answer. So I'm going to put in my birth date. If you are male, also 18 years of age or older, you must be registered with Selective Service. But at this time, I'm going to click Will supply registration information later. But for anyone over the age of 18, you must visit this website to register for selective service if you have not done so already. So I'm going to click next, and I'm simply going to now put in my address. Which ward or wards is the applicant willing to work in? Meaning, what ward are you willing to work in potentially this summer if you are selected? So I'm going to select the wards that are near me because that's where I possibly would like to work this summer. So I'm going to click next to go to the next page. Keep in mind again, all questions that have a red star must be answered. So now I'm going to put in my home number. And you also want to put in your cell phone number as well. Once you've done that, you want to click next. For example, I'm a 12th grade student at Westside High School. So I'll put that in. Do I plan on attending college? I'll answer yes to that. Am I currently in college? Answer no. Current GPA, just for default, I'm going to put 3.5. Am I interested in being a peer mentor? I would love to be a peer mentor, so I'll check off yes. Do I have a high school diploma? Not yet. No. I plan on graduating high school. Am I currently employed? I'm going to check no. Interested in vocational training? If I'm interested in vocational training as higher level education, I'm going to click yes. Am I interested in alternate education? For now, I'm going to select no. Now I'm going to click next. So you want to keep in mind that if the family is currently receiving public assistance, meaning temporary assistance for needy families, food stamps, SSI, safety net, you want to answer yes to that. And then you want to check off the type of public assistance that is received. So for example, I checked off yes, and I'm selecting food stamps. Then I want to click next. Here, if you're the applicant filling out the application, you want to check in with your family to see the total family gross for the last 6 months before filling this in. So once you figure out that information, you will put in the total income. So for example, for me, I'm going to just put 2,000. Number of family members currently living in my house, I'm going to put 3. For page 8 here, this is the demographic information. Like I said before, all questions with a red star are required of you to answer. No, I'm filling out the application myself. So now that I've answered everything, I'm going to click Next. Now this is the application survey. We're almost at the end here. Now these questions should be answered only by you, the applicant. Now I'm going to choose my career goals. So if I'm currently unemployed and I never had a job before, and this question isn't required of you to answer, so I'm going to leave it blank. And now I'm going to click Next. And this is the second page of the application survey. What are the greatest challenges you have experienced in finding or keeping a job? So for me, for example, I don't have a resume, so I think this could be a challenge here. So I'm going to check this off. And I'm also going to check off, for example, find it difficult to approach employers. Am I interested in attending leadership development workshops? Will kind of, give insight on how to become a leader sometime in the future. So I'm very much interested in that. So I'm going to check off yes. Do I currently have a checking or savings account? I'm going to click here and I have both. So I'm going to check off I have both. I have my own account. So I'm going to select this. Since I have my own account, I'm going to check off no. However, if you do not have a bank account and you like to open on with the Summer Youth Employment Program, you can definitely check off yes, and our financial literacy specialist will assist you if you are selected to be in the Summer Youth Employment Program. Since I have a bank account, I don't particularly have to answer this question. Now, this is an important question here. Why do you, the applicant, want to participate in the Summer Youth Employment Program? I want to participate in the Summer Youth Employment Program to grow professionally and also to connect with employers. How do I plan to use my first check? I want to help my family with bills and also save money in my bank account. Now, the second part of this survey page is asking you want to, let each question or provide or answer for each question based on your thoughts, whether it's professional behavior or unprofessional behavior in the workplace. So, letter A here, signing your timesheet for 9 a.m. when you arrive at 9:05 a.m. You want to answer that to the best you can. So, I'm going to answer, for example, professional behavior. But you want to kind of give thoughts to this before you answer. Asking your coworkers for help on a project that you're unsure about. If you think that's professional behavior, then check it off. So I think that is professional behavior, so I'll check that one off. Taking a personal call on break while sitting in a large open office space. So I think that I'm not sure, so I'm gonna check off I don't know. Talking about how much you hate the president with your supervisor. I don't really think that's professional at all, so I'm going to click here and check off unprofessional behavior. Letter E, taking pens from the office to use at home in school. I'm not sure, but I believe that is unprofessional, so I'll check that one off. Connecting with your coworkers on LinkedIn. I think that's very professional for someone to do, so I'll check off professional behavior. Assuming that wearing jeans and working with headphones on is fine because other people at the office doing it instead of asking permission from supervisor. Hmm. I'm not sure, but I think that's unprofessional, so I'll check off unprofessional. Taking on a task by yourself that your supervisor asked for the team to work on together because you can get the work done faster. I'm not sure, so I'm going to click I don't know. Calling to say you're running 15 minutes late before you are scheduled to be at work. Sorry. So I'm going to check off I'm not sure, I don't know. But again, I want you guys to give thoughts to each of these questions asked and answer them to the best of your ability. Giving your boss a thank you card at the end of the summer. I think that's professional, so I'll check off professional. Sending a smiley face at the end of an email to your supervisor. I think that's unprofessional, so I'll check off unprofessional. Venting about how bad your worksite is on social media. I don't think that's professional at all, so I'm going to check off unprofessional behavior. Now I'm just going to verify that I've answered everything, which I have. So I'm going to scroll up and click next. Now this is also more questions. You want to make sure you answer these questions to the best of your abilities. So I'm going to go through this rather quickly. But again, I want you guys to read it and give thoughts before answering. Now that I'm just going to verify that I've answered everything to the best of my ability. And once I've done so, I'm going to click next. Do I own a laptop, computer, or tablet? I'm going to check off yes, I do. My laptop does have a webcam. Yes. I do have an adequate workspace where I can concentrate, so I'm going to check off yes. Have I ever had an LRNG account? No. Are you currently using an LRNG account? No. In your own words, what do you hope to achieve during the Summer Youth Employment Program? So I'm going to answer during the Summer Youth Employment Program, I would like to make connections with staff members where I potentially would intern at if selected. Are there any challenges that you will have in participating in the Summer Youth Employment Program if chosen? I don't believe I have any challenges, so I'm going to check no. How did I first learn about the Summer Youth Employment Program? So I'm going to check off social media because that's where I heard about the program. Is there anything else you would like to share? Not at this time, no, so I'm going to leave that blank as it's not required. Scroll back up, I'm going to click next. Do I currently have a bank account? Yes, I do. Would I like to be paid through direct deposit, which means the money being automatically put into my account when payday arrives? I'm going to check off yes. And now I'm almost pretty much at the end. So I'm going to click next. And you see here, this is an important part that you guys need to know. The application is not complete until you submit your application to SYEP. So you want to review the following information. If everything is correct, you want to click continue at the bottom of the page here. So I'm verifying everything is correct here. I'm going to scroll down, just making sure everything is correct here. If everything is correct, I've answered all the questions. Now I'm going to submit the application. Now, this is the last part. You want to read the SYP agreement. I certify that all statements made in this application are true and complete to my best of my knowledge. I also understand that any false statements or omissions in this application will result in my application being rejected. Lastly, I understand and agree that completion of this application does not guarantee acceptance into the Summer Youth Employment Program, but enters me into the citywide SYP lottery. Agree by entering your SSN and date of birth below, checking the box I agree. If the social security number you provide is incorrect, your application will be considered incomplete and you will be prohibited from participating in the Summer Youth Employment Program, right? So here, I'm now going to put in my SSN. And I'm now going to put in my birth date. I'm going to check off I agree. Click I agree button here. And voila, I'm now at the confirmation page. So I've submitted my application. Now you want to read here with what's the next steps in the process. A key note here, you want to make sure you record your application ID number to kind of check on your status in terms of your application. So step one here is please complete the following survey in order to be considered for the lottery. So I want to click here. In order to start the SYEP pre-placement and financial literacy survey. So I'm going to click here, go into a new tab, click here, and you simply have to answer these questions here. So my last name begins with a P. I'm simply going to now put in my information here. Cody@gmail.com. Sorry about that. I'm going to confirm my email there. And I'm simply going to start the survey. So this is what we call a RASIC assessment, just to kind of see what you like to do and you kind of learn where you can potentially go on in terms of your career path. So I'm going to check off some things that I like here. And now I'm going to go to the bottom and I'm going to add up the number of check boxes for each question here. So I'm going to scroll back up. I selected 3 for realistic. For investigative, I checked off 4. For artistic, I checked off 3. For social, I checked off 4. For enterprising, I checked off 2. And for C, I checked off 2. Now, here I'm going to select the 3 letters above with the highest score. So S was 1, I was 2. We had a tie between R and A as well, so I'm just going to select R. Do I currently have a Cell phone, yes. Interested in virtual reality and gaming? I'm going to check yes for that. Then I'm going to click next. So here you'll get to see your career pathway based off of what you selected as your top 3 choices. So this kind of gives you insight on what career paths you can kind of, look up. Click next. And I'm kind of going to answer all the questions again that are red stars. I have a photo ID, I have a bank account, I have a TD bank account. I'm not interested in opening a bank account. Yes. Yes, I know what financial literacy is. I don't know the difference between these 2 bank accounts. I don't know the difference between gross and net income yet, but I hope to during the program. I don't know what FICA means, but I think financial literacy is very important. I'm interested in learning how to save, budget, invest, entrepreneurship, because I want to own my own business one day. And I'm going to answer some of these financial literacy questions that's here. To the best of my ability, I'm going to read these and answer them. Click next. I'm going to read this, and once I've read and understood it, I'm going to then put in my name, and I'm going to sign it to the best of my ability. Could be kind of hard, but try your best, and then click submit. So yes, my submission has now been received. So I'm going to go back into the tab here to see what's step 2. Step 2 is to gather all supporting documents to complete your application. So now I'm going to now check off or click on the mandatory document checklist. So I'm going to right click and click open link with new tab. And now I will see all the documents that I need in order to be certified and placed in lottery. So I would need a birth certificate, US passport, or a naturalization card. If I was born outside the United States, I would have to provide my valid naturalization card or valid work permit card. I would need to bring in my social security card, as well as a proof of address, which is a bill, bank statement, or lease from the last 60 days. Obviously, it has to match the address that's on the application. Income verification, which will be 3 recent pay stubs, 2021 W-2 or 1099 form or benefits award letter. And lastly, your report card. If you're under the age of 18, the proof of address and income verification will be coming from your mother or parent or guardian. So I'm going to go back into the application now. And here it says submit documents early for a great chance to be enrolled in the program. The lottery will run on April 29th, May 13th, and May 27th. So get your documents ready. So the next steps is to make sure that you're looking at your emails, because you will receive an email from an SYEP counselor to set up an appointment to submit your documents in order to be put in lottery. Once you have submitted your documents and they have been approved by a SYEP counselor, you'll be placed in lottery with the opportunity to work this summer. Good luck!